Hey, welcome back everyone. It is now March 3rd of 2020, and ever since the release of Star Wars The Rise of Skywalker, a lot of fans around the world have been very intrigued about the future of the Star Wars franchise by Disney and Lucasfilm. This is Mike Zero. Make sure to subscribe if you are new to the channel for future Star Wars content. Now, one thing that we do know about the future of the Star Wars franchise is that it's going to be quite expansive with their new Star Wars universe. What do I mean by the new universe? Essentially, it's going to be a mixture of TV shows, movies, comics, books, novels, video games, and so on and so forth to create a better future for the Star Wars franchise. Now, we do know that the new Disney CEO, Bob Chapek, who will be transitioning and taking over Bob Iger completely as he goes throughout this transition to introduce new Star Wars lore, new Star Wars creatives that are going to come on board over at Lucasfilm, since they are cleaning house over at Lucasfilm. And what's really intriguing to me about all of this is the fact that they are trying their absolute best in order to regain the trust of a lot of fans out there to really introduce a different side of Star Wars as a brand. And that all lies on Disney Plus. Disney Plus is going to be a very important streaming service, not just because of The Mandalorian and the Obi-Wan Kenobi TV series, but also a series of other TV shows, both in animated and in live-action form, that's going to really kind of benefit Disney and Lucasfilm to really develop the Star Wars brand into something beyond the fans' expectations. Now, with that being said, now that both Disney and Lucasfilm are finished with The Rise of Skywalker, they are primarily focused on their new Star Wars trilogy, as well as their new Star Wars universe. It's explained that Disney has multiple plans in order to reunite the Star Wars fans around the world to create a better future for the franchise, where it's explained that creators Dave Filoni and Jon Favreau will be handling the creative choices for the new Star Wars universe. It's noted that, of course, Kathleen Kennedy no longer has creative control over the new Star Wars universe and the Star Wars projects that are in the early development phase. However, it's said that one of the big projects that they are focused on is the Mace Windu TV series that is currently in early development that is planned to be released on Disney Plus in the coming years. It's explained that one big plan for the Mace Windu TV series is that Lucasfilm wants to introduce many of George Lucas's original stories from Mace Windu that never made it to the final cut for Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and wants to use those stories as inspiration for the Mace Windu TV show. It's said that in the original drafts of Episode 3, at one point in time, Mace Windu was going to survive the fall and face Palpatine at another point in time during his life, where it's noted that Disney wants to use this as a way of implementing Palpatine into the new Mace Windu TV series project. Though Palpatine is not intended to be a major character for this project and only as a cameo, they have been in the talks with Samuel Jackson to reprise his role as Mace, and even Ian McDiarmid to possibly return in the future. The plan to bring Palpatine into the mix for the Mace Windu TV series is actually said to be a way to make it feel like an authentic sequel to Episode 3, with a large part of the series in talks to be taking place over on Coruscant. So what's really intriguing about this is that you can see that they're trying to make an effort to really satisfy the fans, to really regain the trust of the lost fans from the sequel trilogy. Now, there's no denying the fact that The Last Jedi created a great divide between fans because of what Rian Johnson implemented into the Star Wars universe. A lot of fans had issues with that movie, and there's no denying that. Even Disney is finally coming to the realization that there was a backlash, that it's not just a minority, that it is a large chunk of the hardcore fans that really go ahead and see these movies and watch the Star Wars material, over and over. So, if they really want to make things right, they have to get the cinematography down, the visual effects have to be pretty much on a cinema level where it doesn't feel like it's going to be a cheaply made TV show. I hope it's not going to be, at least. The fact that they are trying to implement Palpatine into the mix in order to make it feel like an authentic sequel to Revenge of the Sith, I think is great. Now, of course, Kenobi as a TV show is the first step to creating a sequel to Episode 3, as well as this Mace Windu TV show. They also have a Jedi Purge TV show in the works that's going to feature Darth Vader as the background villain. So, you can see where Disney Plus is heading. They also want to do original content, not like The Mandalorian, and they want to resurrect Star Wars Underworld, which was an original TV show by George Lucas back in the day, a couple of years ago, that never really got made and was never really fully actually developed. And I think it's a very interesting time to be a Star Wars fan. You know, Disney Plus is going to be the home of, I think, very rich Star Wars material. The Clone Wars Season 7 is great. The Mandalorian Season 2 is coming out later this year. You know, and we got the Kenobi TV series next year. So we got a great lineup of content for Disney Plus, as well as for movies with the new Star Wars trilogy and more. So looking forward to that as well. The fact that Kathleen Kennedy no longer has creative control over these movies is also a great thing. I think it really is a light at the end of the tunnel here. Like I say, guys, I mean, everything related to Star Wars, there can be fixes, you know, that are to be made successfully, and hopefully they can do that without a doubt. So anyways, guys, drop a comment below. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments, and if you guys did enjoy the content for today, do make sure to drop a thumbs up on this video to support the channel. I thank you all so very much for the kind support, and I'll catch you guys next time.